different categories of computing devices and operating systems for them. There is a wide array of computing devices serving a variety of purposes. Here we present them in order from largest to the smallest. Supercomputers. The largest and the most powerful computers ever built are known as supercomputers. These are computers that can perform millions of billions of floating point real number operations per second. For example, in November 2011, the K supercomputer of Japan became the first supercomputer in the world to be able to perform 10 petaflops, that is 10 raised to 16 flops floating point operations per second. India is one of few countries in the world to have developed her own supercomputers. Such computers are used on some of the most complex and computational intensive problems in the world like weather forecasting, nuclear test simulation, molecular modeling, etc. These computers are vastly different from the common variety personal computers. They utilize the power of thousands of processors connected using very high speed channels and working on a single problem in parallel to achieve very high speed. The most critical aspect for an operating system for a supercomputer are performance optimization as well as distribution and coordination of both data and computation among the thousands of processors. The operating system typically used are variants in lightweight kernels like CNK or CNL at individual node level, while using a Linux variant for managing the overall operations. Mainframe computers. The next class of computers is called mainframe computers. These are used in government and cooperative environments where, apart from high performance, a very high level of reliability and compatibility with existing mainframe based software are key aspects. The very high levels of reliability and availability are achieved by providing multiple redundant components for almost every aspect of the machine, so that if one component fails, another identical component can take on its responsibility and the other continues working without a hitch. The duplication goes from CPUs all the way down to power supplies and even cooling fans. This makes these machines run continuously for years and years without any problems. Example, operating systems are IBM Z operating system and Linux variants. Server computers. Server computers are powerful computers that provide some computing or storage service to a large number of clients' computer. The critical aspect for these computers are performance, reliability, compatibility with already existing software, and scalability, the ability to incrementally increase performance as and when needed by adding components rather than replacing the whole computer. These computers most commonly use Unix or Linux as their operating systems. Some also use a Microsoft Windows Server operating system. High-end workstation. High-end workstation are computers used for demanding scientific computing as well as multimedia applications like special effects in movies, making animated movies, 3D modeling, computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing, etc. These require very high graphic performance and an effective management of the larger amount of resource available. Here also Unix, Linux or Microsoft Windows is used as operating system. Personal computers. The category of computers most familiar to us is that of personal computers. These computers provide a general platform that caters to the widest possible range of users and also to users with vastly different skill sets. For a large number of users, user friendliness is a very important aspect. Subsequently, the operating system in use are Microsoft Windows family operating systems, the operating system X operating system on the Apple Mac series computers and Linux. All these provide rich graphical user interfaces. Smartphones and tablets. Though you may have realized it yet, a smartphone is also a computer in its own right. Tablet PCs are a hybrid breed between the smartphones and personal computers. These devices pose unique challenges for operating system designers because they have served constraints on processing power, memory, energy usage, and screen real estate. They also have quite different input methods, numeric keypad or small QWERTY keypad with navigation keys or touch gestures on screen keyboard on a touch screen or even voice input. These characteristics demanded completely different solutions. As a result, most of mobiles few years back used operating systems specially designed for them. However, with increasing processing power and memory, specialized versions of PCs operating systems have now become the most popular choices of smartphones and tablets. Examples include Google Android and Apple iOS and Microsoft Windows Phone operating system. Variants of full-scale Linux for use on such devices are currently under development. A convergence of operating system for touchscreen-based smartphones, tablets, and ultra-portable devices and operating systems for mainstream personal computers is widely anticipated, and both Microsoft Windows 8 and Linux variant using the GNOME 3 or Unity interfaces have started the process by redesigning their interfaces for touch input. Embedded systems. Even phones are not the smallest computers on the planet. These are hundreds of millions of tiny computers embedded in places we cannot even imagine. From industrial machines to car engines, from TV set-top boxes and DVD players to washing machine and microwave ovens, they are hidden everywhere. These computers are programmed for special purpose tasks. They typically have little or no user interface. They get their input from a variety of sensors in the form of electrical signal, process the input and send output in the form of electrical signal to actuators that may activate some physical actions in the machine. They have extremely severe constraints on all resources including processing power, memory, and most importantly price. Since there is hardly any scope for changing the programming once the tiny devices are manufactured and fitted in their respective machines, correctness of the software is really very important. But the software for the embedded system is developed on the PC and it is very difficult to stimulate the real-time behavior of the environment on the PC. So testing the software for correctness is very difficult. Embedded system professionals use specialized tools for their work. The usage of embedded system is growing at a rapid pace. The operating systems used include QNX and RT Linux. In our description of different categories of devices and their operating system, you must have noticed that in spite of widely different characteristics and demands of the environments, Unix Linux variant is the only family of operating system that is used on all these devices, from the most powerful computers to tiny embedded systems. In the next chapter, we shall see the reasons for this as we explore the Linux operating system in more detail. In our next video, we will see an operating system for smartphones, that is Android.